Hello, everybody. It's been a few days. Um, been a few interesting days. Um, Wednesday, I had multiple appointments, and by the time the third one came around, I was exhausted. It was only 11 o'clock in the morning. Well, 11:30 by the time the appointment actually happened because the person forgot. Um, I had a lot of trouble trying to explain to this person some things. I was getting frustrated. I think she was getting frustrated. And then she suggested that we meet virtually with a third person who I was already going to meet with Friday morning anyhow. So she just joined in on the first 20 minutes of our meeting. So that worked out. Got some ideas in place, possibly. Um, they still don't get it, but whatever. Um, I'm trying to get an evaluation with an occupational therapist um, who will help with ideas and putting things in place because that's their job to help with stuff like this. Um, I'm just waiting for a call back or email back from my doctor's office because I submitted a request for an appointment Thursday morning through my patient portal. I have not heard anything yet. Um, well, I did hear something back because I thought maybe the appointment request didn't go through, so I put in another appointment request on Thursday afternoon. Because I've never not had them call me back right away. Um, but they said that they had gotten it, they're waiting to hear back from my doc about the appointment. So I'm wondering if my doc isn't just trying to find the right person or what she's trying to do. So we'll find out. So I might not even have to have an appointment. She just might just do the referral. That and I also requested a possible eval and treatment with a speech therapist or speech language pathologist, I should say. That can help with the communication issues. Although I heard at some point that possibly the occupational therapist might be able to help with that too, with the issues that I have. I don't know. So I'm just waiting to hear back. I'll give it a week, and if I don't hear anything, I will call. Um, yeah. Um, what else was I gonna say? I got this awesome book in the mail yesterday. There's a book that looked good a couple months ago, but I didn't want to get it until I had an official diagnosis. Um, but yeah, I just didn't want to like get my hopes up. I guess you could say. Yeah, get my hopes up that I have autism. Woohoo! Um, so I got this book. Um, and it is written by multiple women. There's a couple different women in each chapter, in each section. And I like one of the things I like about this type of book is that you don't have to read it from like page 1 to page 500 or however many hundreds of pages there are. You can jump around, and there is a nice handy dandy index in the back, so I can jump to whatever page that or whatever topic that I'm looking at. So yeah, I like that. I've been reading and digesting the information on executive functioning, because that's what I'm really trying to deal with right now. It's what I would like to work on first. because there's so many things within the task inertia / getting things started is probably my biggest issue right now that I would like to solve. But I have some ideas on that. But like I said, I am waiting for referral to occupational therapy. I might be able to get help with in-home cleaning services, because what helps is if I can do something alongside somebody. I mean, we don't have to literally be side by side, but if somebody, let's say, what I'm envisioning, if I get some help with cleaning, let's say if somebody's working in my kitchen, I could be working in my bedroom. Yeah, that sort of thing. So, we'll see if that. Well, I know who I could call. I have somebody to call that might actually be able to help. Because I think my insurance might actually pay for it. Or there's some other funding that might pay for it. And if that doesn't work, then we'll see. I might hire somebody. I don't know. I don't know if I'll have the money for it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. I was gonna say something else. Excuse me. What time is it? I don't know. It's after 7 o'clock, I think. Yeah, 7:19. But anyhow, this book is pretty darn good so far. It's I have a bunch of stuff highlighted in a couple chapters already, which is good. I find that I like physical books more than the Kindle, and I'm actually recording this on my Kindle. I like the physical books more. Well, I guess it depends on what type of book too. But I know you can highlight on Kindle, but it's just not the same. Yeah. So I've gone through some stuff on emotional regulation, meltdowns and shutdowns. I'm going to do a whole video on that because I've had some epic meltdowns and some shutdowns this year. Kind of a short thing when I had earlier this summer when the gas pipelines were getting replaced by my apartment, and there was the jackhammer going on just a few feet away from my head. Less than 10 feet away from my head. My sensory system went into overload. I was already overloaded at that point, but that sent me so over the top that my body forced a shutdown. I went pretty much nonverbal. That sucked. There was a day there, and I was home for the next day, then I left and went somewhere else for 3 days. And during that 3 days that I was gone, there's one day, around a 24-hour period, where I have no clue what happened. I have no memory of whatsoever. But yeah, it's just because my system was so overloaded. And now I know why. It's because my brain is wired differently. I mean, I think anybody would be annoyed at the very least by jackhammering going on by their head, but I'm just not able to block that out, or once it's done, it's done. my sensory overload just doesn't stop being overloaded when uh, the event is over, like a lot of people do. So, uh, that was actually kind of scary at that point because I had this meltdown and then the shutdown. My meltdowns are ugly. I get very angry. Um, but the thing is, nobody else will ever see those because if I start to melt down, um, or feel like I'm starting to melt down, I can usually suppress it until I get home. So nobody sees them. Um, yeah, I don't think anybody's ever seen a major meltdown. I mean, people have seen minor meltdowns from me, but not major meltdowns. Um, yeah. But anyhow, just reading some of these experiences of people like after a meltdown or a shutdown or dealing with their executive functioning and being overloaded and then shutting down because literally their system's on overload. Their system overheats and needs to cool down, and it's very validating reading other people's experiences. Very validating of my own experience. Um, yeah, I would like to thank everybody who's been so supportive the last few days. Um, I really, really appreciate it. Um, a like or a hug emotion, a hug response, or whatever, has been really helpful. Um, yeah. So, I hate these brain freezes. They suck. Yeah. Um. Anyhow, I'm gonna get going and upload this. So you guys all have a nice day. I need to get to crocheting and watching some movies. Or listening to movies, more or less. I can't watch and crochet at the same time. I can listen though, but anyhow, I'll talk to you later. Bye.